welcome back to the BreakRoom, a workforce experience, the podcast where we take a breather, get out of the hustle and bustle, and talk about the reality of the talent landscape. I'm your host, Johnny Rodriguez, Vice President of Business Development here at Workforce. And today's episode is a special one because we're diving into one of the most powerful parts of our organization, the search group. This is a team that handles skilled trades, engineering, professional leadership, and executive recruiting. And joining me today is someone who leads the work with incredible vision and heart, our Senior VP of Client Relationships and Operations, Lisa Corder. Thank you for joining us on the Break Room.
So happy to be here with you, Johnny.
For listeners who might not know you yet, give us a quick overview. What's your role at Workforce and how do you lead within the search group?
So my role is, as it says, client relationships and operations. I've been in the staffing industry for over 30 years. So I've played all the roles in a staffing organization over those 30 plus years. So I bring that sense of vision to workforce and to the search group team. Helping them help our clients and do it with quality and excellence.
I love it. So, after all those years, what keeps you, and we have an awesome search group team as well, what keeps all of y'all passionate about the work that you're doing with search group?
That's a great question, Johnny. It is the connection with our clients and our talent. We never refer to them as temps or anything like that. It's talent and that relationship that we develop with our clients and our talent. I often tell people we're a three-legged stool here at Workforce, and all legs are equally important. Our talent, our team, and our client.
So anyone else who's listening who may think of Workforce as just light industrial, contract staffing, contract to hire, explain a little bit more about what search group is and how does that differ from our core team?
So all the pieces of our business are equally important, but it's very difficult to do all things well. So focusing on each of our pieces of business is where we find it's going to be really successful. So that's where we looked at search group and being able to focus on those far more difficult, time-consuming jobs to fill in that skilled trade arena. They're more time-consuming. It takes a higher level and it takes deeper searching to find the right candidate.
So companies come to search group when they need strategic talent help, a strategic partner. Why do organizations turn to Workforce for these direct hire roles instead of handling everything internally?
It's really difficult to do many things well. And if you have talent acquisition that's a part of your HR team, that there's always things that come up that divert attention and focus at our clients.
Yep.
So it doesn't allow them to really dive in and dedicate. So for search group, for us, the success that we have is just focusing on that one thing, is providing those excellent quality candidates.
Yeah, so that's the Workforce difference. But it also ties into we meet with employers quite often and get to learn kind of their pain points. But what we often hear is we don't just need someone that fits the job. We need someone who fits and understands our culture. So how does the search group team go above and beyond the resume to really assess the long-term fit?
Understanding the clients and what they do and what their needs are. And that's where the search group team has done a fantastic job of engaging in that process of just really, really understanding, diving in, not just skills, but what's the culture? We were at a client meeting the other day, and It was, hey, we just need really genuinely nice people. We need culture was even more important than the actual hard skills. So, really being able to look at those soft skills and as part of our deep dive interviews with our talent and with our candidates, we're able to really focus on making the right connections for both people.
Yeah.
Because it's not ideal for a candidate to get into a culture that doesn't fit their needs either.
Yeah, and that's where we constantly talk about advocating for the talent, which is one of our differentiators, and really deep understanding of the need and the culture. Let's talk trends as we were starting to wrap up 2025 and going into 2026. You're right in the thick of things with skilled trades and technical recruiting with the search group. Um, what shifts are you seeing as we head into 2026?
It's a little bit of a repeat of 25, but we're seeing a workforce aging out, and we've got low youth entry into those trades programs. There has been a mindset of more four-year college degrees. We're seeing some skills mismatch between what the actual client needs are. And we're seeing not as much i- the the availability of training programs for these opportunities as well has been a challenge. AI and all of the technical trends are pulling people away.
And the retirement cliff, or that knowledge that's leaving the workforce, and the number of youth not being able to fill those, that puts a cap on our economic growth in the region as well. So what you're talking about is creating that access to get the youth, you know, to our skilled trades, but also other communities that maybe aren't accessing that training and development. And I think we've heard of employers wanting to grow that as well. So that's awesome. Yeah, I think there's going to be great opportunity in 2026. I know you have strong opinions here, but what's one major mistake employers are still making that costs them top candidates?
One of the challenges that we face, it's the time in the process, especially with our skilled trades group, because a great talent does not stay on the shelf for very long. It is important that companies move quickly, not necessarily towards that final hiring decision, but in the interview and the selection process.
Even before that, understanding what is it truly that we're looking for. And I know Search Group actually helps with that type of, getting to that, so that when we know, we can expedite the process.
Yeah, that goes back to that really deep understanding of our clients and their needs and what their success goals are for 26, the next 5, 10 years.
All right. Well, as we start to wrap up here, what's one thing you believe employers must rethink about hiring in recruiting in 2026?
Working with a strategic partner. Um, that is going to help, especially in this skilled trades arena. Um, Putting band-aids on key critical roles is not going to set a company up for success. And finding a strategic partner that really understands your business and your needs is going to make a big difference.
Like, this doesn't get solved right away, right? And that strategic partner over the next few years, and part of the partnerships that are developed with trade centers and schools and those things, I think you and your team actually do an excellent job of that, so that we're an ecosystem of trying to solve that all together, because it won't be just one organization.
We have many of our clients that plug us directly into their strategic talent acquisition planning. So we sit down at the table with them and help them get to success.
Love that. From anyone listening who wants to learn more about Workforce Search Group, maybe start a conversation, what's the best way for them to connect?
A good way to connect with us is at our website, which is workforcesearchgroup.com.
Lisa, thank you for jumping in on the break room. Your insights are powerful, and your leadership in our search group and workforce continues to elevate the standard or hiring in West Michigan. And to our listeners, thank you for spending a few minutes with us. If you find value in today's conversation, share this episode with an HR leader and executive who may be able to use it. My name is Johnny Rodriguez, and this has been The Break Room, a workforce experience, and we'll see you next month.